بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. Dear respected brothers, sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I recently went to a university and, a college last week. I won't take any names. And the bunch were quite rowdy. So I asked the guys, are these guys the same? And they said, oh, mashallah, these guys, they are very civilized, very decent, all aspiring to go to Cambridge and Oxford. You know, this is the age where you forget about your origins, and you tend to forget about where you're going. Generally, this is that age where many things make you forget where you came from and where you are actually going. And they call it, in English, you get deluded. You get deluded by what you have, what you see around you. And this is why it's very interesting that when Allah creates a human being, He creates him in such a form, such a manner, that if he always reflects to his beginning, he will never be haughty. He will never be arrogant. He will never think himself something special. Look at the origins of man, woman. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates a person from what? A piece of sperm. Same sperm, if it was on your clothes today, you'd hurry to wash it off. And then man remains in his mother's stomach for 9 months. He comes out of a dirty place. And then what does he do when he first comes into this world? He begins to cry. And everybody around him are laughing, are happy. But he himself is crying. And then, when he's hungry or thirsty, what does he do? He has to cry to alert his mother. He has to cry. And then the mother comes and she feeds him. This is how dependent he is. Dependent. When he wets himself, because that's what they say babies do, eat, sleep, and dirty their nappy. When he wets his nappy, then again he can't even say, I'll wet my nappy. Just today, this morning, my son was very rowdy, and he's playing up, and he's about a year and a half, and my wife goes, check his nappy. I think he's dirtied his nappy. Checked his nappy, and he had dirtied his nappy. So that is the state that you have no power, you are totally dependent. And then a time comes when Allah gives you a bit of power, a bit of independency. It gives you a bit of taqat, a bit of quwwah. And then man starts thinking that he's something special. Then he's more concerned about his hairstyle than his hereafter. And he comes out with statements if he thinks, well, depends what deludes him. See, different things delude different people. So if he's a guy who's maybe look after himself, and somebody messes about with him and he says, do you know why? Do you know my rep? Do you know where I come from? The Rock. Small Heath. Aston. This is where I come from. See, everything deludes this guy. Other people, other things delude them. Their beauty deludes them. Somebody's told him or somebody's told her she's good looking. So now that's what deludes them. And on the basis of that beauty, they think there's something special. Other guys, the clans even delude us. Clans delude us. I'm something special because I'm a Chachi, I'm a Mirpuri, I'm a Punjabi, I'm a Somalian. Everything deludes us. Bro, do you know which clan I belong to? It's not Quraishi, not Bani Hashim. I belong to the Rajas. I belong to the Chaudhrys. And everything deludes. It's interesting, isn't it? Today, Rajas are those, or the Chaudhrys or the Mughals are those who actually had the throne, who lived in palaces. Now Raja Sahib is driving a taxi and he's still deluded. Because this is the nature of delusion. And when Allah says, Man zuhziya anin nar wa udkhila al-jannah, qad faz, that the one who will be removed from the fire and entered into Jannah, he is really the only one who is successful. And then Allah says, Mal hayatu dunya illa mata'ul ghurur. As far as the dunya, it will deceive you. It's just provisions of deception. Everything that you will see around you will deceive you. And this is the nature of the dunya. People get deluded by the cars that they drive. A piece of metal. People get deluded by the areas that they live in. Like if you're going to live there for eternity. A few bricks. You know, everything deludes a person. But the thing is, that if a person remembers his origins, where he came from, and how Allah created him, and then remembers where he's going. Because see, you know, today nobody thinks that they're going to die. You know, when you're at this age, we've all been there. You don't think you're going to die, you think you're going to live forever. You have huge aspirations. كم حسرات في بطون المقابر. As a poet says, that how many a desire lies in the depths of the grave. How I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this when I grow up. And these are all the aspirations. And we forget where we're coming from and where we're going. That a time will come, all of us, every single one. If we reach that age, you know, we'll wake up every morning, ask me, playing football, and the next morning, I don't want to get out of bed. Because you reach that age.